Hi, good day. My name is Rainmar S. Boaya and I am going to give you information or additional information about the definite integral in calculus. Last or from the previous lesson, we tackled about indefinite integral, right? This time, I will give you the discussion about the definite integral, especially the different properties of definite integral. Probably there are six properties and we are going to discuss it here now. Okay, so listen carefully with the discussion. So first, what is the difference between definite and indefinite integral? So pag sinabi nating indefinite, ano ba ang indefinite? Pag definite naman, ano ba ang indefinite? Kasi pareho lang naman silang integration. So what are their difference? First, pag sinabi nating indefinite integral, there is an arbitrary constant at the result. Diba? We always put C in our final answer. Say for example, if we're going to integrate f of x dx, so the result will be f of x plus c. So there is an arbitrary constant. While in definite integral, the result is a fixed or it is in a form of number where there is no variables. Okay, so that is the difference between definite and indefinite integral. So let's proceed to the different properties of definite integral. So when we are talking about definite integral, it is given a function f of x that is continuous on the interval a and b. We divide the interval into n subintervals of equal with the change in x, and from each interval choose a point x of I, x sub I. Then the definite integral of f of x from a to b is given by the function. So we have here the upper limit, which is a. So we have here the upper limit, which is a, and no, the lower limit, which is a, and the upper limit b. And we have here the integral sign. So it is read as the integral of f of x dx from a to b, or evaluated from a to b, is equal to the limit of the summation of f of x sub I change in x times change in x, where I is a number from 1 up to n, where n is approaches positive infinity. So that is the definition of an indefinite integral. Okay, we have here, okay, so ito yung pagkakaiba ng definite and indefinite integral. Here in our first example, dito, sa first example natin, we have uh, evaluated the integral of f of x dx, where it is equal to f of x plus c. So there is an arbitrary constant here, c. While in definite integral, nawawala po siya. Why? It is because in indefinite integral, we're going first to find the, the integral of the function here, the integral of f of x dx. So, kanina nakuha natin yung integral ng f of x dx, which is equal to f of x plus c. So, nandito na. Tapos, in definite integral, there is what we so called lower limit and the upper limit. So what are we going to do? First, let's substitute the value of the upper limit to the resulting functions. So we have here f of b, which is x is equal to b na, right? It is because x will be substituted by b. So we have here f of b plus c. So this is our upper limit. Minus, it is always minus. So we're going to find the difference between the upper limit and the lower limit. Then minus the lower limit. So we're going to substitute now x by the value of the lower limit a. So that will result to f of a plus c. So if we're going to distribute here, negative times f of a, magiging negative f of a, and negative times positive c will be going to have negative c. So positive c minus c will be equal to 0. So kaya nawala yung c pagdating sa definite integral. Tapos meron tayong ditong, ang natitira na lang is f of b minus f of c. If we're going to find here the f of b, pag meron tayong value, say for example, x squared, if we're going to integrate f squared, that is equal to x raised to 3 all over 3. Then substitute the value of x. That will result to a, what's this? A number or a fixed number, or there is a fixed value. Okay? Let's have here the different terminologies. So ano ba itong tinatawag natin? We have first the integral sign. So ito yung integral sign. Then we have the lower limit, which is the a, and the value of the upper limit, which is b. Then we have here the integrand, yung f of x. So integrand siya kasi we are in an integration. And we have here the symbol for derivative. Okay. Ito na po yung properties of definite integral. First, any definite integrals limits can be swapped. All we have to do is to add a minus sign to the integral. So here we have here the value of we're going to integrate f of x dx from a to b. So pwede rin siyang maging negative. So same lang pong result if negative yung meron tayong negatives in front kasi provided that we are going to interchange or to swap the upper and the lower limit. Diba dito sa first function, we have upper limit and a and the lower limit b. Dito, if we're going to have negative sign, so interchange lang natin. Yung b na yung lower limit, then a na yung upper limit kasi it is the reciprocal. So, pag nire-reciprocal natin, i-interchange din natin siya. So, that is also equal. Okay. Let's proceed to property number 2. If the upper and the lower limits are the same, then there is no work to do. The integral is 0. Siyempre, di ba, if we're going to integrate a definite integral, we're going to subtract the result from, if we're going to substitute the upper limit and minus the result if we're going to substitute the lower limit. So pag pareho yung upper limit and lower limit, therefore since it is minus, so it will become 0. So that is property number 2. Next, we have property number 3. So according to property number 3, as with limits, derivatives, and indefinite integral, we can factor out a constant. So here, say for example here, if we're going to integrate cf of x, where c is any number or a constant, f of x dx from a to b is equal to, so ilalabas muna natin yung constant para yung ating integrate na lang yung function f of x dx. Tama? So, same lang yan naman yung result kasi we're just going to multiply. So, same lang naman siya, pero mas madali siya if we're going to, or ilalabas muna natin yung constant. Then, integrate. Then, multiply. So, that is property number 3. We also have property number 4, which is the sum in difference. So, we can break up different integral across a sum in difference. So, a sum in difference, which is denoted by the operation positive and negative, or we have here the plus minus. So, if ito yung given, so pwede natin siyang i-break, no? Kukunin muna natin yung integration ng f of x, the first one, then i-minus natin so kung ano yung given na operation, then the second function which is g of x. So, same lang naman yan. So, that is according to property number 4. Okay, let's proceed to property number 5. One of the main uses of this property is to tell us how we can integrate a function over the adjacent intervals a and c and c, b. Note, however, that c doesn't need to be between a and b. So here, so di ba, meron tayong integral which is the integration of f of x dx from a to b is equal to the integration of f of x dx from a to c plus the integration of f of x dx from c to b. So, hinati natin siya, sineparate natin yung dalawa. Provided that we have here the value of the constant, the c. So, meron tayo dito. So, dito sa first function, siya yung upper limit. Sa second function, siya naman yung lower limit. So, pag in-interchange natin yung b sa c, so mali po siya. Kasi yung b po natin is the upper limit. So, mag-integrate lang na tayo based from the given only from a to b. So we can use any number c or any number c, but as long as we are not interchanging the value of the upper and the lower limit. Okay, where c is any number. Okay, number 6. The property number 6, which is equal to, okay, the point of this property is to notice that as long as the function and the limit are the same, the variable of integration that we use in the definite integral won't affect the answer. So, ito, wala namang binago dito, only the value of the angle or the variable which is x. So, same lang naman siya if we're going to use t. So, same lang naman. Interchange lang natin yung letter. Okay, so same yung process, same yung result. Only the letter that matters. Okay, so we're going to use or to apply this 6 property in some of our example. Let's have first example number 1. So A is, letter A, integrate x squared plus 1 dx from 2 to 0. So our lower limit is 2 and our upper limit is 0. So first, we are going to find the integral of x squared plus 1 dx. So the integral of x squared is x raised to 3 all over 3 plus the integral of x or 1 is equal to x. Then integrated from 2 to 0. So first, di ba, sinasubstitute muna natin yung value ng upper limit. So substituting the value of upper limit which is 0, so you have 0 all over 3. Okay, 0 all over 3 plus the value of x which is 0 minus, so sa lower limit naman, substituting the value of the lower limit which is 2. So we have x which is equal to 2. So therefore we have 2 raised to 3 all over 3 plus 2. And if we're going to simplify this one, the result will be negative 14 all over 3. Kasi ito magiging 0 na to. So this will equal to 0. Cancel na siya, kaya negative na yung natira. And this will equal to 14 all over 3. So if we're going to use or apply property number one here, okay, interchange natin yung, or say for example, magiging negative siya, interchange natin yung, okay, the value of the upper and the lower limit, which is 2 to 0, so therefore magiging 0 to 2 na siya if we're going to use negative. So, substituting, kasi negative na siya, ilalabas natin yung negative, so dito na siya. Then, okay, next, ang upper limit na natin is 2, kasi siya, ginreciprocal na natin. Then, we're going to substitute the value of 2. Diba kanina, we have 2 raised to 3 all over 3 plus 2 minus 0 all over 3 plus all over 3 plus 0. Okay, so we have now the value of this one will be equal to 14 over 3, then meron tayong negative. So therefore the value will be negative, okay, negative 14 all over all over 3. So same lang naman, di ba? We're using property number 1. Dito sa answer is the same lang naman sa answer ng kanyang reciprocal. Provided that you're going to use a reciprocal sign. Okay? Or yes, the reciprocal sign. And then if we're going to evaluate 0 to 2 x squared plus 1 dx, so the result will be positive kasi kanina yung ating lower limit is 2 and the upper limit is 0. So this time, ang ating lower limit is 0 and the upper limit is 2. So therefore, nag-interchange yung kanyang sign. From negative, naging positive na siya. So we have positive 14 all over 3. Okay. Another example. Okay. Integrate 10x squared plus 10 dx from 0 to 2. Integrated from 0 to 2. So, applying property number 3, so, ipa-factor muna natin yung 10x squared plus 10. So, di ba may common sa kanya which is 10. So, ilalabas natin yung 10. Then, we're going to divide. Ang matitira is x squared plus 1. Then, ilalabas natin yung value ng 10 or the constant. So, ang matitira na lang is equal to the integration of x squared plus 1 dx 0 to 2, integrated from 0 to 2. So, kanina nakuha na natin yung value ng itong function nito, which is equal to 14 all over 3. So, i-multiply lang natin 10 times 14 is equal to 140 all over 3. So, this is now the value of the integral. Okay, next. Okay. Applying property number 6. Okay. Here is we're just going to substitute the value of x to t. So naging change lang natin yung variable. So kanina x yung value ng variable, dito t yung value ng variable. So but the result, hindi po magma-matter yung result. So same pa rin yung result kasi variable lang naman yung ating in-interchange. Okay? Another example, evaluate the following definite integral. Okay. So this is property number 4, which says that if the upper limit and the lower limit are the same, the value is automatically 0. So 0 na yung value kasi in-evaluate lang naman natin from 130 to 130. So the same yung upper and lower limit. Kasi pag sinubtract natin, 0 pa rin yung result. Okay. So let's try another example. Integrate x cubed dx from 2 to 4. So first, we're going to find the integration of x cubed, which is equal to x to the fourth all over 4, and it will be evaluated from 2 to 4. So substituting the value of the upper limit, which is 4, to the given function, we gives us 4 raised to 4 all over 4 minus the value of the lower limit, which is 2 all over 4 divided by 4. So, cancel yung isang 4, kaya naging 4 over 3 na lang siya. Then, 2 raised to 4 is 16 all over 4. Then, we have 64 minus 4, which is equal to 60. So, the value of the integral of x cubed dx from 2 to 4 is equal to 60. Okay, let's have last example. So if we're going to integrate 8x squared plus 8x cubed plus 3x squared plus 6x dx, evaluated from 2 to 3, so we're using what property? Okay, we're using property number 2, so uh, sineseparate lang natin using operations. So first, we're going to integrate 8x cubed plus 3x squared plus 6x, which is equal to 8x to the fourth all over 4 plus 3x cubed all over 3 plus 6x squared all over 2. So 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. Then 3 divided by 3 is equal to 2. Then 3 divided by 3 is 1. Then 6 divided by 2 is 3. So the result will be 2x to the fourth plus x cubed plus 3x squared, and it will be evaluated from 2 to 3. So if we're going to substitute the value of the upper limit, it gives us 2 times 3 to the fourth plus 3 cubed plus 3 times 3 raised to 2 minus the value of the lower limit, which is 2. So we have 2 times 2 to the fourth plus 2 raised to 3 plus 2 times 2 raised to 2. So the value of upper limit, which is equal to 216, minus the value of the lower limit, which is 52, gives us the result of 164. So ito na yung value ng ating integral. Okay. Okay, you can try the following example at your notes. So we have 4 given examples, so pwede nyo po siyang itry. Using or applying the 6 different properties of definite integral. Okay, so we have here the reference. Okay, that's all, and thank you.